Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Joe Davis from Southern New Hampshire University, CJ202. Today we're going to talk about Module 7. It's actually Assignment 7-2, or your final project. This is a video scenario that you're going to watch, take notes, and then write your narrative. It does not include any of the information from the previous four milestones, okay? I may have said to some of you that it builds and you're going to use it in the end, and that would be my error, only because I wasn't thinking about that we have a whole new scenario. Yes, you'll use the skills you developed. If you need to review, you go back to milestone 1 about your field notes, and then you take a look at milestone 3. So what I want to cover with you right now is how to find this assignment. Well, of course, you go to Learning Modules, which is where we are. We come down here to Module number 7, because that's where we're almost at the end. And this particular assignment is 400 points, about 40% of your grade. Okay, when we take a look at the particular module, we want to go to Module Resources. Down here is the project, and further down is the assignment guidelines and rubric. Okay, right now I just want you to find where you can get the information to do the assignment. Okay, so if we go to Module Resources, there it is waiting for you, the final video. Okay, view the following video. The scene in the video will be used for the final project. It says it should only be viewed one time. You're on the honor system for that. It will replay, or you can pause it. And what you're going to do is watch this scenario just like the practice one that we had for the other milestones, but it's a completely different scenario. In this particular case, the officers are dispatched to some kind of a disturbance with shots fired. They get there and the victim has been shot. The suspect has fled the scene. So it's a completely different one. You have two basic parts to the assignment, and the first one is your field notes. My field notes, after watching this videotape, and it runs about 2 minutes and 12 seconds, I think, I had 34 items in my field notes. Now you might have 31, you might have 28, you might have 37. A lot of those depend on if you lump a couple things together, into one topic or one note. But the bottom line is there's a lot of information for you. You need to have those field notes, again, just like presented in milestone 1, okay? Then you're going to write your scenario, you're going to write your narrative based on that scenario. Okay, if we go back a slide, and we're back now into Module 7, and we come down here to the assignment guidelines and rubric, and we open it up so we can see what it looks like, and we have to find the final project guideline and rubric. Should look familiar, all the types of information, but what you need to do is create field notes and an incident report. Okay, and you'll be required to view a new video. We just talked about that. The project is supported by 4 milestones, which will be submitted at various points throughout the course. You've already done that. So you need to assemble critical information and resources that are evidentiary value, for informing cohesive, accurate criminal justice writing. Differentiate between primary and supplemental information, so on and so forth. Here's your particular set of guidelines for the final project. They should look very, very familiar. Those are the milestones. Then we come down here, and here is the rubric. Here are the critical elements, and these should look familiar. Cohesive notes, accuracy of your notes, observations and functions, pertinent information. Let's go down a little further. Essential details, the risk and liability, the pattern of organization, rules of grammar, and syntax. Okay, so there is your guideline and rubric for you. Okay, I do want to take just another couple minutes to talk about writing in active voice, because the biggest advice I have for everyone is write in first person, then write in past tense. Everything you're going to write about has already occurred. You're documenting it. So the lady told me, the witness said to me, I went to the car. Whatever it is past tense. And I've harped on writing in active voice. Um, Lieutenant Biggs, Professor Biggs's book's a little thin on it. These are the pages out of one of my books, and where we see if we're going to learn about writing in active voice style, as it's highlighted here a little bit. You want to write in active voice because it reduces sentence length by 20%. It directly answers the question of who did the action, and you can frankly eliminate most of your punctuation errors. So down here we have just the most simple example. Joe hit him. That's active voice. He was hit by Joe is passive voice. Those two sentences say the same thing, but as you can see, one's 20% shorter. Okay, a little more than that. Here are the 3 steps to write a sentence in active voice. The first thing you do is you locate the action of the sentence. Okay? Now that would actually be the verb or the predicate. But if you think of it as just the action, it'll be much easier. The second thing is you locate who or what is doing the action, and this is the doer of the sentence. If the doer is implied, or it's not written, or it's being acted upon by the action, the sentence is weak or passive. If the doer is written but not located in front of the verb, the sentence is weak. Okay? Third step, you put the doer immediately in front of the action. The example is a sergeant called a squad meeting. What's the action of that sentence? Called. Who is the doer of the action? The sergeant. Where is sergeant? It's immediately in front of the action. So therefore it's active voice. Detective Peterson found the revolver on the floor. Action of the sentence? Found. Who did the finding? Detective Peterson. Is it immediately in front of the action? Yes. So Detective Peterson found the revolver on the floor. A call was received at 15:30 hours. What's the action of that sentence? Excuse me. Was received. Who received the call? We don't know. We don't know who the doer is. Okay? So we're going to make it I, for the sake of learning today. We put the doer immediately in front of the action, and it says I received the call at 15:30 hours. Okay, I hope that helps a little bit. If you get stuck, let me know. Text, email, what else can we, Skype, talk on the phone, whatever you need. This is huge. This is 400 points out of your roughly 1,000 point total. All right? Keep those cards and letters coming.